Do you ever find yourself discouraged because you don't have enough money to trade with? Lack of trading capital is one of those things that can lead to discouragement that causes traders to quit. But today we're going to go over a good solution for you. Before I get started, I'm Pepper. This is Godly Trading, and thank you for watching. One of the biggest boosts in the last 10 to 15 years has been the advent of prop firms, proprietary trading firms. These are companies that will allow you to attempt to have a portion of their funds allocated to you so that you can trade with. Think of it as like a hedge fund that outsources or crowdsources their traders, their employees. They started popping up in, I think the first one, the oldest one still around, started in 2012. But they really started getting going the last 6 or 7 years. And usually what they do is they will charge some form of performance fee or challenge fee, whatever they call it, money that you put up front that allows you to then go through the process of showing them that you know what you're doing, jumping through their hoops, whatever those might be. And because of the popularity of them, a lot of them have been created and popped up in the last 6 or 7 years. But in the last year or so, we've started to see some trouble happening in the industry. We've lost about half a dozen in the last 6 months. One of the concerns has always been, are these companies making money off of us traders who are, actually trading their money for them successfully, or are they just making money off of the fees that they collect? Taking the money that they get and paying out to the, basically about 5% of people who actually pass these challenges, sort of like a Ponzi scheme. Without any sort of transparency within those firms, there's really no way to know. And most of the firms don't put out the numbers that how many passed, how many traders they actually have. So it is really hard to tell. One of the other issues that we've had beyond some of these companies going belly up essentially from insolvency is in the last 6 months, we've had this big purge of U.S. traders, U.S. retail traders from MetaTrader. Most of the platforms out there, especially in the Forex space and in the stock space, use either MT4 or MT5. And because some of these firms allow U.S. traders to do things, I guess that would technically be considered against U.S. regulations, even though these companies are based in other countries, so they don't have to follow these regulations. The Apple Store threatened MetaTrader with kicking them off the Apple App Store if they didn't start cracking down on U.S. traders basically using their services completely. So we've seen a lot of U.S. traders either kicked off of platforms completely, kicked out of accounts completely. There's been a sort of a purge of U.S. traders. I myself got caught up in it. The company that I am with has moved me from MetaTrader to, it's called Match Trader. And there's a lot of people who are losing accounts, losing their ability. If you tailored your entire trading style towards, let's say MetaTrader, let's say that you developed a trading algorithm that runs on its own on MetaTrader, well, you're out of luck because now you've been kicked off that. So there's been these two areas in the last year that have really popped up that are spelling trouble for the prop firm industry. These firms that kind of had gone insolvent, we don't really know why, but we suspect they weren't doing what they really said they were doing. They weren't trying to find good traders. They were just trying to collect fees. And this issue with the U.S. traders. But there's good news. There are still some firms out there that are the leaders of the industry that are, if anybody's going to survive this, these are the ones that are going to survive. And there's a new one that has come out that I really want to talk to you about today, especially, that is taking a whole new approach to the prop firm industry. So let's jump over to the computer and I'll show you what I'm talking about. The first firm I want to point out to you today is FTMO. This is the sort of the granddaddy of them all. There's one that's been around since 2012 and over in England, but this is the one that really made their mark and made the prop firm industry what it is, right? This is the big boy. They've been around since 2015, and this is the one that you think of first and foremost when you think of a prop firm. And that brings a certain level of assurance with it. They have paid out they've been paying out for 8 years now. And if anybody's going to survive, it's going to be them. One of the things that I like about FTMO is that they have proven that they're willing to change with the times. When it first started, you had to make I think it was 10% for level 1 and then 5% for level 2. You do it in 30 days. That's why so many people were failing these challenges. Making 10% in 30 days. So they have been willing to change as the prop firm industry moved away. I will give the Fibers credit. They were the first ones to do this, to go into an unlimited amount of time. So basically with them, you pick the amount that you want. Their evaluation process, you have two challenge steps, and then you get funded. And the thing that I like about them is their stability, right? They have one product, and they know who they are, and they've been around for long as anybody has been around, a little bit longer. So I think that they're probably one of those that's going to survive. The next one up is the Fivers. Now, this is one of the companies that I am with. Right, I have been with them for a while. I'm one of those that got moved, since I'm a U.S. retail trader. I got moved from the MetaTrader platform to a different platform, and it's just, bless their hearts, it's caused all manner of trouble. And so a lot of us who are in the same boat are just sort of waiting. They're actually developing their own platform. So we're just biding our time, doing pretty much nothing, waiting for them to come up with their own. But if you're outside the U.S., this is still a fantastic option. The thing I love about the Fivers is that they really give off the appearance that they are searching for good traders and want to develop good traders. They have a live trading room every single day of the week. They have webinars and classes and courses and seminars. They are constantly reaching out to their traders to help them get better. They really, really are searching. They want to make their money off of that profit share with the trader. They're not giving off the appearance of just being out for the fees. They really, really give off the appearance. You really get the feeling from them that they're trying their best to get really high quality traders and turn people into that. So I really do like the Fivers. And if you were going to, I've tried both of these, and I am with the Fivers now. And of the two, there's nothing wrong with FTMO. When I was with FTMO, they had their 30-day challenge. I like the Fivers personally a little bit better, but I think in this day and age, you couldn't go wrong with either one of them. Now, let me show you the new one that's come on, and I have just started with them in the last 2 months. This is Darwinex Zero. For U.S. traders, you can only use Darwinex Zero. If you're a trader outside of the U.S., you can use either Darwinex or Darwinex Zero. And what they are doing is completely different. So number one, whereas the other firms charge a one-time fee and you pick your account size, they charge just a flat 38 euros a month, and everybody's the same. Everybody gets a $100,000 account. And what they are trying to do is help traders build a tracker. They have said they are looking for long-term commitment. They are not in this to get 10, 20, 30% a month. They want traders who can achieve long-term 1 to 2% a month and stay in the game for years. Another good benefit of the Darwinex firm, you can't lose your account. There are no trading rules. If you violate the rules for FTMO, you violate the rules for the Fivers, and you lose your account. You don't have any refund. The money you put in is gone. Well, there are no rules for Darwinex. You can trade however you want to trade, and as a result, you can't lose your account. So you have a subscription every single month. True, that's different, and over time, can obviously certainly pay more than you would have with one of the other ones. The other one is the payout is smaller. You're going to make 15% of your winnings. They treat you just like a hedge fund. Imagine all of these companies are hedge funds that are just outsourcing their employees. Well, Darwinex is probably the closest to that, because hedge funds typically, they had the 2 and 20, right? So they're going to charge 2% maintenance fee, and they're going to charge 20% of your winnings. Well, Darwinex keeps 5, you keep 15. But the beauty is you can't lose your account, and you can't lose your funding. So if you pass certain levels at the end of a month, then there's a threshold. You are automatically funded with 30,000 euros. And that lasts for 3 months. That's for the first level, which is Darwinex Silver. You get to Darwinex Gold, it lasts for 6 months. So over the course of that 3 months, you can't lose your account. Now, you can obviously lose money and not get anything, but there's nothing that you're going to do where they're going to say, nope, we're pulling your account from you. And at the end of every month is a brand new month when it comes to this allocation. So you can get your 30,000 euros in month 1, and in month 2 you can do it again. In month 3 you can do it again. And so obviously then the first month is rolling off. So you can have a minimum of 30,000 a month, which would build up to 90,000 a month. This is in euros, obviously. So I really like this. What they're trying to do is get traders to use them to build up a track record. And then the next step is, not only are you getting money from them, they call them performance bonuses. And to get around some of this US regulations, this is all virtual money, and they're basically being paid a performance bonus. But if you have a track record that is attractive enough, they have their own investors who will then invest their money with you. Not only will Darwinex give you an allocation, but Bob from Switzerland will say, hey, I like Pepper's performance here. I'm going to give him $1 million of my money to trade. So with Darwinex, unlike every other prop firm, they say we want to develop traders slowly. We don't want you to make quick money. We want you to make slow money. And in fact, we really kind of discourage fast money. So this is a whole different approach, one that I find refreshing, one that I find new and innovative. I'm sure since this is new and innovative, in a year, we're going to find 50 firms doing the exact same thing because they all just copy one another. So there we are, guys. There's 3 firms out there that I would highly recommend you look into. Matter of fact, if you like what you see out of Darwinex, I actually have a promo code from them. The first 20 of you, reach out to me. Go to godlytrading.com/promo, and we'll have that link down in the description. And it'll get you 10 euros off your first month's subscription. So if you are discouraged because you're making a great return on a really small account, I would highly recommend do your due diligence. Research these firms thoroughly. Reach out to us if you need to, but put down in the comment below if you have an idea or a firm that you'd like some more information on. But there are still opportunities out there for you in the prop firm field. You just have to be a little more careful than you did about a year ago. So thanks to Guru for asking this question, and which led to this video. If you've got videos in mind or questions that you'd like me to make a video on to answer, please put them down in the comments below. And if you'd like to learn more about how to avoid discouragement as a trader, I would highly recommend watching this video here. On your way out, don't forget to hit the like button because that really does help us out a lot. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.